What money advice would you give to your younger self? This is a question I put out to my audience over on Instagram the other day, and I received a number of different replies saying different things that they would tell their younger selves. Now, I thought it would be a really good idea in today's video to kind of share my thoughts on all those things that they suggest and kind of share whether I agree, disagree, or I'm indifferent to what they've said. I did a video over a year ago where I shared 18 things I wish I knew about money when I was 18. I'll link it in the description box below, and I'll also link it up here. In that video, I basically go into detail about things that I wish I knew when I was 18. But for the purpose of today's video, it's not about what I wish I knew, it's about things you wish you knew when you was younger. Okay, so first on the list, we've got have multiple streams of income. Now, this is something I wish I knew when I was younger. When I was younger, all I knew about was climbing the corporate ladder, finding a job that you like, that you're good at, and just kind of working your way up the corporate ladder. And that's all I knew in terms of getting a job and making money. I didn't even consider the fact that you could work more than one job, or you could have more than one different income stream. This is something I wish I knew at a younger age, when I had so much more time to kind of do those things and pursue these new ideas. Now that I'm a mother of three, I do not have so much time to kind of do these things, and I'm still trying to find a way to do it now. I think back to my life 15 years ago, and I had a lot of time. Back then I didn't realize it, but I had time, and I could have really been building some additional streams of income. But you don't know what you don't know, so now I know. I'm obviously trying, but yeah, if I was younger, I wish I knew that too. So spot on with that point. Okay, so the next one is don't get a store card, buy a house. Listen, I could definitely agree with that one too. Store cards were literally the bane of my life back at uni. Like Miss Selfridges and Topshop, those store cards that I took out because they were telling me if I take it out, I get 20% discount. I did that, but what they didn't explain to me is that I was going to be paying a stupid amount of interest on that money that I've taken out with that store card. And yeah, I just got myself into a lot of trouble at uni with those store cards. So I definitely would have told my younger self, Tolu, don't do it. Yes, they're offering you 20% off, but it's not going to be worth it. You're going to end up paying back more than that 20% if you take that store card. So yes, 100%, don't get a store card. And yes, save to buy a house. I wish I had started saving towards my deposit at a much younger age. So the next one we've got is be aware of where your money goes. And I would definitely agree with that. Know where your money is going, i.e. create a budget and a spending plan for your money. Like, I can't stress enough how important it is to have a plan for your money. Be intentional about where your money is going. Where are you putting money in terms of saving? Where are you putting money in terms of investing? How much are you spending on food? How much are you spending on going out? It's so important to kind of be intentional with where your money goes. And when you get those principles at a young age, it's so much better as well, because as you grow, it just becomes second nature to you, and you'll just do those things autopilot. Me at my big age, I'm still trying to figure it out, and I just wish I knew these things back when I was in my early 20s, because it would have saved me so much money and so much heartache along the way. Save, 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 and invest. Don't waste money trying to keep up with trends, because everything is subject to fast change. Exactly. Things are changing all the time, as in what is trendy today, tomorrow we're going to look back on and be like, what the hell was I thinking? Why did I get involved with that trend? That's always what happens. Like, things come and go. Who remembers those fur gilets that we used to wear back in the days? I look back at some of those pictures, or even the fur boots. Oh my days, like, trends have just been crazy over the years. And I look back at some of my pictures from my younger years, and I'm like, Tolly, what was you wearing? Like, that was not cute. But at the time, I thought it was cute. And at the time, that's where all my student loan was going. That's where all my money was going, to all these fast disposable clothes. So definitely, I would agree with that. Don't waste your money on fast fashion. Don't waste your money on just too much consumerism. Save as much as you can, but not just save. Like she mentioned in that comment, invest too. It's important to start building that money and get that money working for you. And so the next one we've got on here is do not take that credit card at uni. Oh my days. Listen. That credit card at uni was the devil, I tell you. That it wasn't the devil, but it was so bad. Like, that credit card thing at university should just be illegal. They shouldn't actually be allowed to do it. I remember when I went to university, we went to Freshers Week. So this is what, the first week of uni. We arrived, and they had all these banks there. I didn't even know all these banks existed. You had all of them literally lined up. They all had their tables, and they had sweets, and they had candies, and they had chocolates, and they had cupcakes. All the things that I love, they had it all on their tables. So they used that to lure us in. And when we got to their tables, then they started telling us about free money this, free money that. That's all I was hearing anyway. All I was hearing was free, free, free. And that's how they got you straight away. Made us sign up for these accounts with overdrafts, made us take out credit cards. I mean, I say they made us. They didn't force us to do anything. They told us about it, and and it made it just seem like such a compelling proposition that people like me, I was just like, yep, where do I sign up? Where's the free money? Give it to me now. That was such a bad move for me financially, and that's when I first actually started experiencing debt in my finances. I would definitely co-sign that point. At uni, I wish I did not sign up for that store card, because that was just that was the beginning of a downward spiral. So invest my money, not just save it. This is a really, really good one. And yeah, I guess that follows on from the last point. Invest that money, don't save it. I think so many of us were taught that you should save your money. And yes, it's important to save your money, but you're not going to build wealth by just saving. You're going to be able to build wealth by taking that money and investing it, giving that money the opportunity to make you more money. When you just save it, the interest that you're getting doesn't even beat inflation. So that money is literally depreciating in value as you've got it kept in that savings account. Whereas if you take that money and invest it, and you're now beating inflation, now that money's having the opportunity to grow, and that money is making money, which is making money, which is making money, and compound interest really starts to work in your favor. So 100% would agree with that. From that young age, if you've got that principle of saving, that's a great first step. But the next step is then just to think about how you can increase that money and get that money working better for you. The next one is don't spend all your pee to this is funny. Don't spend all your pee to impress broke people. Oh my gosh, that's a tongue twister. Let me try that again. Don't spend all your pee to impress broke. Oh, wow, why am I struggling? Don't spend all your pee to impress broke people. I.e., don't try and keep up with the Joneses, and don't try and do show and do big guy on the road when your bank balance isn't matching it. Like, it's not worth it. That pretentious lifestyle that you may be trying to create just to, you know, keep up appearances and present yourself in a certain way to people, it doesn't worth it. It's not worth it, okay? Don't do it. Don't keep up pretenses. Don't live a pretentious lifestyle just to keep up with other people. Be real with yourself and be honest with yourself, and your bank balance will really thank you for it. The next one is don't be scared of money. Having money doesn't make you arrogant or an evil person. That's a really, really good point. That's what I was told when I was younger. People who are rich aren't nice people. Oh my days. I think I need to do a whole nother video on this, you know. Negative money scripts. Things that we're taught about money, we're told about money. These subconscious beliefs about money that then seep into our own beliefs about money. That whole thing that, you know, rich people are evil, rich people are wicked, rich people are selfish, rich people are greedy. Like, all of these things about rich people that we're told, it makes you subconsciously not want money, and it makes you subconsciously like bring yourself down so that you can't achieve it. So I love this point. It is so good. Don't be scared of money. Like, seriously, don't be scared of money. Like, money is just an energy. It's just a source. Money isn't, I don't want to say money isn't real, because money is real, but don't be afraid of money. Like, don't be intimidated by money. You do deserve to have money. You deserve to have an abundance of whatever you want in life. Why not? Don't think of it as a negative thing. I think that is such a good point. It doesn't make you arrogant, and it does not make you an evil person if you have money. Like, you can be a really, really, really nice rich person, or a really evil rich person. And likewise, you can be a really, really nice poor person, or a really evil poor person. Like, how much you have in your bank balance does not determine the kind of person you are or your character. So don't be deceived and think that, you know, somebody that has more money is better than you, or is a nicer person than you, or more wicked person than you. The two are not interdependent on each other. So yeah, let's remove that kind of thinking from our mindset. Next one is choose jobs that help you learn skills rather than based on how much money you can make. Listen, I would have said that to a younger me, you know. Choose jobs that will add value to you, not just jobs that are going to make you more money. Like, go to a job that is enriching you. Go to a job where you're learning, where you're advancing, where you're adding to your skill set. That is such a really good point. Yes, younger me would have needed to know that. It's so true. Learn skills so you can add value to yourself. Money is great. Like, you know, we all want more money, let's not lie. But at the same time, adding value to yourself, skilling up, kind of learning, stretching yourself, helping yourself grow, that is inadvertently going to bring you more money anyway, because the more value you bring to an organisation, the more they're going to pay you for it. So definitely look for jobs that are going to stretch you, that are going to enhance you, going to expand your knowledge, and then ultimately add more value to you. Next one is contribute to your 401 and get the max company match. Establish an emergency savings fund based on 6 months of expenses. Buy income producing assets. Wow, there's a lot of points in this one point. So let's break this down. So contribute to your 401k and get the max company max. So I think that's basically what happens like in America and stuff like that, where you basically put into your pension. I think that's the equivalent basically. So the 401k is basically equivalent to what we have in the UK, which is pensions. And I think, yes, maximize that pension contribution. That was a mistake that I made for so many years. Oh my days. I opted out of the workplace pension time after time after time. Why? Because I was like, no, why am I giving my money to pension? Like, I'm young, I'm like 21. Why am I caring about what's going to happen when I'm 65? I need to live my life. I need that money. I've got things that I need to buy right now. Now I'm not so happy about that decision. In fact, I'm actually regretting that decision that I made back then, all those years ago, all those years of money that I missed out on, the money that my company would have given me, free money that I turned down because I wanted to keep more money. So there's me thinking I'm being smart with my money, but actually I'm just robbing myself. I was robbing my future self by not taking that contribution from my employer and not maxing the pension contribution. So definitely maximize that pension contribution. I would definitely say that to my younger self. I'm doing that now, how many years later, but I just wish I'd started years ago, because by now my pension pot would be looking a lot more healthy. So yeah, I totally agree with that part. The next part was establishing an emergency fund based on 6 months of expenses. Definitely. If I had an emergency fund how many years ago, I probably would have never ended up in over £36,000 worth of debt. So I definitely think having an emergency fund is important. Having that security, that safety blanket, that buffer, it can help you in so many ways, such as help you make the right decision for yourself at a time of crisis. Because I think, for example, let's say you're made redundant tomorrow. If you're made redundant tomorrow, you're going to look for the next job straight away if the redundancy pay is not good, if you don't have an emergency fund. Whereas if you have an emergency fund and you have a buffer, you're buying yourself time, and you've got that time to really think about your next strategic move. Are you going to go for another job? Are you going to go for a promotion? Are you going to upskill and then maybe go for a totally different role? Is it time for a career change? Like, you can really have many more options available to you when you have that security net and you have that emergency fund. So definitely I would agree with that, having some kind of a buffer and a backup plan. Not only is it good because it's nice to have that backup plan and it gives you more options, I think the peace of mind that emergency fund always gives you as well is definitely invaluable. It's something that makes having an emergency fund such a worthwhile thing to do. Okay, so the next one we've got is start now and take your time, i.e. invest, save, start a business, start a side hustle, etc. Yeah, I would totally agree with that too. I think wherever you are age-wise, young, middle-aged or a bit older, definitely just whatever you're doing, take your time and just do it and just trust the process. Because I think so many times we just want instant gratification. We want it now. I want to see the fruits of my labor straight away, but it doesn't always work like that. You have to be intentional, sow, and then eventually you'll reap. So I think my younger self, I would agree with that too. Start straight away and just take your time with the process and trust the process, trust the plan, and work that plan all the way through. So even if sometimes it seems like this is not going according to plan, or this seems long, or this is too hard, this is too challenging, I'm tired, I'm weak, I'm weary, all of these things may happen, but when you have that plan, stick to it and stay the course, and then you'll be able to get to that destination. So I totally would agree with that. Start now, take your time, and yeah, do it. Start that side hustle, start that business, start saving, start investing. Yeah, start it as young as you can. Like, there's no time like the present, for sure. Okay, so the next one on the list is don't eat McDonald's. I wish I would have never ate there. Lol, that's actually a really funny comment. And I guess, to be fair, actually, if I was to do the maths as to how much money I have spent on McDonald's over the years, yeah, it would be a lot. Because I remember just last year alone, when I was doing my tracking expenses on my budget, in 1 month I'd spent like nearly £100 on McDonald's. And I was like, how is McDonald's taking almost £100 from me in 1 month? So that's in 1 month. And before that, I was even worse with McDonald's. Like, there was times where I could have McDonald's 3-4 times in a week. So just do the maths. It's probably thousands of pounds that McDonald's have taken off of me. Not to mention what damage it's done to my inside. So yeah, I would co-sign that too. McDonald's, don't do it. But I think, to be fair, younger self, 18, 19-year-old self, it was too late by then. The damage had already been done. I was already overindulging on McDonald's, so it probably would have been a bit too late to try and give myself that advice to step away. Okay, so the next one is don't let any 419 boys mess with your cards. This one doesn't officially have an age cap on it, but it's 18 to 20 to 21 years old who bang AC the most. Do you know what, yeah? This is a really good point. I don't know if this is still a thing, actually. People still do ACs. But 419 boys, for those that don't know, 419s are basically fraudsters. So people that do illegal activities using your bank account. So what they will do is they'll be like, oh yeah, for example, give me your card, let me use your card, and I'm going to basically deposit like 20 grand into it and then withdraw it, and then you get a cut of like £2,000 just for letting me use your account, and you just have to go to the bank and withdraw the money from your account and give me my money, and then you take your cut. Those are the kind of things that were happening actually when I was in college and uni times, and I do know a few people that actually ended up doing it for some guys and getting themselves into a lot of trouble with the banks and being banned from certain banks for life and having to repay that debt for many years to come. So I would totally co-sign that. Do not allow any guys to take your card, to do any kind of fraudulent activity on it. Whatever tactic he uses to try and deceive you or coerce you into using his accounts to do dodgy and illegal activities, definitely say no to it. It doesn't worth it. It doesn't worth the drama that comes with it, and headache and heartache that comes with it, and not to mention the financial burden that will be left on your head after this. So yeah, I would totally agree with that comment. 419 boys, run from them, run away, run for your life and don't look back. It's not worth it. All the glitz and the glamour, it's just going to get you into trouble. So yeah, I would totally agree with that point. That is such a random point, but it's a really good one, and I would definitely tell that to my younger self or to any younger siblings if I had them. Yeah, stay away from them. 419 boys, they're going to get you into trouble. Don't let them touch your bank account. Invest even if it's a little. Stocks and shares sound scary, but it doesn't mean it's not for you. It is. That is a really, really good point, and that is the thing. I think back in the days, and even up until very recently, if I'm honest, I was very intimidated by the whole concept of investing. I just assumed investing was for like rich old white people in suits. So I didn't think it was for people like me. I didn't know anybody that looked like me that was investing, or at least I wasn't aware of it anyway. I didn't know it was a thing that was accessible to anybody and everybody, and I didn't realize how little you needed to get started when it comes to investing. There was just so much I didn't know, and I wish younger me knew about it, because I would have started investing a lot sooner. Growing up, I literally did not think investing was something that I would ever be able to do. I just thought it was reserved for the elites in society, not for normal common people like me. But yeah, I was definitely wrong, and I wish I knew that a lot sooner. So those are just some of the comments that I received for things that you would have told your younger self about money. Let me know in the comment section below if you agree with some of those things. If you disagree, other things that maybe weren't mentioned that you would tell your younger self, leave that in the comment section below, and let's start that conversation in the chat. With that being said, guys, if you've made it this far in the video, you're still here and you haven't given it a thumbs up, then you know what to do. Give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel if you're not yet subscribed, share this video with a friend or family member, and I will see you guys soon for another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.